Hi, my name is Alana Douglas, and I'm going to be doing a film analysis of the 2002 movie Insomnia. So, what I'm going to be walking through first is the theme, what I interpret the theme to be, what the theme means to me and my interpretation of that. And then I'm going to talk about 3 examples where I think this theme is really shown through the characters and choices made in the script of the movie. Then I'm going to be taking those same 3 examples and analyzing them based on their cinematography and how that further contributes to the theme, as I think the film's editing style and cinematography is very huge in this movie, and it plays a very large role in how us as audiences interprets it and takes away from the movie what they do. So, talking about theme, the main theme that I saw when watching this movie is the inescapability of guilt. What is guilt? Guilt is something you can't get rid of. You can't throw it away. You can't make the conscious decision to be like, okay, I'm done feeling guilt. I'm gonna move on past that. No, guilt is very plaguing. And Dahmer is the main character in this movie that we really see guilt plague. From the second he is coming to Alaska, we see small hints of what guilt is plaguing him, what is his past like. And this first really comes to play in a really first big scene in this movie is the fog scene when he shoots his partner. That scene's very disoriented. As the viewer, we're just as confused as Dahmer. We don't know what's going on. We don't know who shot, what's going. We were disoriented. His mental disclarity is really reflected on how we're watching him in this film. The fog, the brightness, the not knowing what to do, that is like the start of his guilt just being plagued to finally boil over where he can't even ignore it. And that kind of leads into his sleep. He's not sleeping in this movie. We see him putting pillows up, moving his bed frame, putting blankets up, trying to stop the light from getting in, trying to stop the guilt from getting in. But he can't just ignore the guilt. It's constantly going to peek in through cracks and crevices. It's not a hole you can seal up. It's permeable. It penetrates him. And this even further shows when he's interrogating, he's the cop. He's interrogating the bad guy. There's supposed to be a good guy versus bad guy, but he's in on it. And they kind of parallel. In that scene, he's nothing more than the person being interrogated. And he feels that guilt. And then furthering that, we can talk about the cinematography and how that plays even a huge role. It's hard to talk about the theme in this movie without talking about what motifs they use to describe it. So in this movie, brightness instead of darkness, whiteness as being sterile and cold and uncomfortable instead of warm and safe are 2 very big things we see. Going over those same examples, now analyzing from a cinematography standpoint. The bright fog, it's disoriented. We usually see the big climax scenes as, especially when they're action and they're bad guys, bad versus good, they're darkness. They're hiding in the alleyway. They're hiding behind the bushes. They're in this darkness. They're hiding out. But it's white. But it's fog, but it's brightness. That really parallels to the guilt that you can't hide from. Not even the bad guy in this movie can hide from the guilt. As I mentioned earlier, he's moving his bed frame, he's putting blankets up, he's putting pillows up, he's trying to block it out. He's trying to block it out. But that lightness is coming in. The juxtaposition of light is very powerful because we are associating lightness with safety when really it's just paralleling directly to uncomfortableness, disorientedness. When he goes the alley scene, when he's in the alley scene, we usually see those scenes as they fall in darkness, they fall in nighttime. Nobody's there because in Alaska it was nighttime, but it was bright. Nowhere to actually hide, no shadows to lurk in. He had to fully be faced with his guilt. And in that interrogation scene, it was sterile. As viewers, we felt cold from it. We felt uncomfortable alongside Dahmer in it. It wasn't a dark room with a light pointing at the other character. No, he was faced with the same amount of light as the person he was interrogating. The motif of lightness and brightness representing guilt was really huge in this movie. And I think overall, having a different way in portraying good guy versus bad guy, plaguing guilt, really had it stuck with me much more than films that go the stereotypical narrative of hiding in darkness. And for that, I really enjoyed this film. Thank you.